Welcome to a thought-provoking exploration of the deadly reality that plagues Yemen, often referred to as the world's most dangerous country. In this eye-opening journey, we delve into the ongoing humanitarian crisis, civil unrest, and the devastating impact of war that have ravaged this nation. We will uncover the harsh living conditions, the struggle of basic necessities, and the resilience of the Yemeni people amidst unimaginable hardships. Join us as we shed light on the untold stories, bring awareness to the urgent issues, and strive to understand the complexities of Yemen's turbulent present. Brace yourself for an emotional and enlightening experience as we confront the brutal reality and call for compassion, empathy, and collective action to alleviate the suffering in Yemen. This is the deadly reality of Yemen, the world's most dangerous country. The deadly reality that engulfs Yemen is a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of armed conflicts and political instability. The ongoing civil war between Houthi rebels and the internationally recognized government has torn the nation apart, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Yemenis have become trapped in a cycle of violence, with daily bombings, airstrikes, and ground battles becoming a hunting norm. The involvement of regional powers further exacerbates the situation, prolonging the suffering and obstructing efforts towards a peaceful resolution. This deadly reality has not only claimed countless lives, but has also shattered the local fabric of Yemen, leaving families displaced, communities fractured, and a generation of children robbed of their childhoods. The profound impact of this deadly reality is felt across every aspect of Yemeni society. Basic necessities that may take for granted, such as access to food, water, and healthcare, have become luxuries for millions of Yemenis. The country is on the brink of famine, with widespread malnutrition affecting the most vulnerable, particularly children. Inadequate healthcare infrastructure and limited access to medical supplies have resulted in preventable deaths and the spread of diseases. Yemen's economy has collapsed, leaving many unemployed, impoverished, and unable to provide their families. The scarcity of resources has led to skyrocketing prices, making even the most essential items unaffordable for the majority of the population. The educational system has also suffered greatly, with schools damaged, destroyed, or used for military purposes, denying children the right to education and perpetuating a cycle of illiteracy and limited opportunities. Addressing the deadly reality in Yemen requires a concerted effort from the international community to provide immediate humanitarian aid, support, and long-term solutions. Urgent funding is needed to provide food, water, and medical assistance to the millions of Yemenis facing acute humanitarian needs. Access to healthcare facilities and medical supplies must be ensured, as well as the protection of aid workers and humanitarian organizations operating on the ground. Diplomatic initiatives, backed by influential nations, must be intensified to bring an end to the conflict, engage in meaningful dialogue, and facilitate a peaceful resolution. The Yemeni people deserve a chance to rebuild their lives, free from the horrors of violence and deprivation. It is through sustained international attention, empathy, and the commitment to lasting peace that Yemen can begin to emerge from the deadly reality that has plagued its people for far too long. The consequences of the deadly reality in Yemen have resulted in an unprecedented humanitarian crisis that demands urgent attention. The United Nations has deemed Yemen the world's worst humanitarian situation, with a staggering 80% of the population in dire need of humanitarian aid. The combination of ongoing conflict, economic collapse, and disseminated infrastructure has created a perfect storm, leading to widespread famine, malnutrition, and a deteriorating healthcare system. Children who are most vulnerable bear the brunt of this crisis, with alarming rates of severe acute malnutrition affecting their growth and development. The lack of access to clean water and sanitation facilities has also fueled the outbreak of infectious diseases, including cholera, diphtheria, and measles. The already fragile healthcare system, strained even before the conflict, has been pushed to the brink of collapse, leaving Yemenis without access to essential medical care and contributing to a rising death toll. The devastating consequences of the deadly reality in Yemen extended far beyond immediate physical suffering. The psychological toll on Yemeni population is immeasurable, with the trauma of violence, displacement, and loss leaving lasting scars on individuals and communities. The mental health support and psychosocial services necessary for healing and resilience are severely lacking, exacerbating the long-term impacts of the crisis. Moreover, the educational system has suffered immense setbacks, with schools damaged or destroyed, and teachers and students unable to pursue education in a safe and conducive environment. This not only deprives children of their right to learn, but also hampers the future prospects of an entire generation, perpetuating a cycle of poverty and limited opportunities. The consequences of the deadly reality in Yemen are vast and complex, requiring immediate international action, humanitarian aid, and long-term strategies to alleviate the suffering, rebuild essential infrastructure, and provide the Yemeni people with hope for a brighter future. The deadly reality of Yemen has inflicted severe emotional and psychological wounds to its people, extending far beyond the physical devastation. The ongoing exposure to violence, displacement, and loss has left deep scars on the mental well-being of Yemeni civilians. With children being the most vulnerable, the constant trauma, fear, and hopelessness they experience have a profound impact on their development and future prospects. Many children have witnessed the horrors of war firsthand, losing loved ones, homes, and any semblance of normalcy. These experiences leave them grappling with post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD, anxiety, and depression, affecting their ability to learn, grow, and envision a better future. The lack of mental health support services further compounds their suffering, leaving them without the necessary resources to heal and cope with the immense psychological burden they carry. The education system in Yemen has been gravely affected by the deadly reality, exacerbating the challenges faced by children and depriving them of a vital pathway out of poverty. Schools have been damaged or destroyed, and the limited resources that remain are stretched thin. Teachers already facing precarious working conditions are burdened with the immense responsibility of providing quality education amidst the ongoing insecurity and uncertainty. The lack of stability and resources in the educational environment further hinders children's access to learning, hindering their intellectual development and limiting their potential. This vicious cycle perpetuates the cycle of poverty and denies Yemeni children the opportunity to acquire the knowledge and skills needed to break free from the constraints of their circumstances. The deadly reality in Yemen not only robs children of their right to education, but also undermines the prospects of rebuilding a resilient and prosperous society. Addressing the deadly reality in Yemen demands the immediate attention and active involvement of the international community. Humanitarian assistance must be prioritized to alleviate the immense suffering endured by the Yemeni people. It is essential to provide timely access to vital resources such as food, clean water, healthcare, and sanitation facilities. Adequate funding is required to support humanitarian organizations on the ground, enabling them to deliver life-saving aid to those in desperate need. The global community must also work collaboratively to address the underlying causes of the crisis, including political instability, economic collapse, and the exacerbation of regional tensions. Engaging in sustained and meaningful diplomatic efforts is crucial to promote dialogue, foster reconciliation, and facilitate a negotiated settlement that respects the rights and aspirations of all Yemenis. In addition to immediate humanitarian relief, efforts to address the deadly reality in Yemen must prioritize long-term stability and sustainable solutions. Diplomatic initiatives are vital in bringing all parties to the conflict to the negotiating table and finding a peaceful resolution. This requires active engagement from regional and international stakeholders, emphasizing the need for inclusive dialogue and the establishment of a transitional process that ensures the participation of all segments of Yemeni society. The international community must uphold and enforce international human rights standards, holding accountable those responsible for human rights abuses and violations. Moreover, supporting Yemen's economic recovery and rebuilding Yemeni people. By addressing the root causes of the deadly reality in Yemen and fostering the environment of peace, stability, and justice, the international community can contribute to the rebuilding of Yemen and offer hope for a better future for its people. While the deadly reality of Yemen paints a grim picture, it is essential to remember the resilience and strength of the Yemeni people. Despite the immense challenges they face, communities and individuals continue to demonstrate remarkable courage, compassion, and determination. Local organizations and humanitarian workers tirelessly strive to provide aid and support, often risking their own lives to save others. Their unwavering commitment to the well-being of their fellow Yemenis serve as a powerful reminder of the human capacity for compassion and solidarity. By shedding light on the deadly reality of Yemen and advocating for sustained action, we can stand in solidarity with the Yemeni people, amplify their voices, and work towards a future where peace, stability, and prosperity can be restored to this war-torn nation. As we come to the end of our journey delving into the deadly reality of Yemen, we are left with a profound understanding of the immense challenges faced by the Yemeni people. This gripping exploration has shed light on the devastating consequences of ongoing conflicts, political instability, and humanitarian crisis in the world's most dangerous country. It is our hope that by raising awareness about Yemen's plight, we can inspire action and support from the international community to alleviate the suffering and work towards a peaceful resolution. Let us remember the resilience and strength of the Yemeni people, and together, let's strive for a future where peace, stability, and justice prevail. Thank you for joining us on this important journey, and until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and stand in solidarity with those in need.